Wethersfield Airbase, a local perspective from Braintree. Today we're taking a closer look at the base from a local perspective. My name is Michelle and I'm a concerned resident from Braintree. We are here today with BB Audits, who is kindly filming and documenting for us today. We'll be hearing from local people about their experiences and concerns. The base currently houses 1,245 men. The government has issued a special development order which will allow the capacity to rise to 1,700. The nearby village of Wethersfield is home to just only 1,300 residents. This will mean that the base population will soon outnumber the local community, sparking alarm and distress amongst the villagers. While standing here today, we witnessed a CCTV company attend site and state the lamppost is not working and has no power. Does this mean that the security officers that work here and the locals are now at risk? 3 local business owners have shared how the base has affected their trade and daily life. 4 residents will speak today about their personal experiences and growing unease. Accounts of fights and late night parties at the base involving alcohol. Residents have expressed concerns for the public, safety and the impact on the community well-being. 63 members of staff have reportedly walked out due to safety fears. Concerns have been raised for both their physical, security and health conditions whilst working at the base. Whistleblowers have claimed that only 20 security officers work on site, raising serious questions about adequate protection for the staff, the residents and the visitors. The large groups of men are bussed daily into Braintree, often in groups that locals describe as intimidating. Residents fear the growing tension and lack of visible oversight. NHS whistleblowers have spoken of TB screening among the base population. Local farmers have reported unauthorised access to their private land, and Mr Phillips from Social Services, who was filmed at the base just a few weeks ago, has raised concerns about men pretending to be children at the base. We have a message from our community. This is not a race issue. It's about public safety, transparency and accountability. This film you're going to watch will show you the real community experiences and unfiltered concerns. This is a call for the community to come together, support each other and demand answers from our government. As residents of Braintree and Wethersfield, we deserve the right to feel safe in our homes and our towns. It's time for an open discussion and action that prioritises both compassion and community safety. People must not fear about speaking out, losing their jobs or being labelled as racist. These are real fears and concerns for not just yourselves, for your families and for local residents. So please watch this video, share and comment. Thank you. Whilst at the base today, when we pulled over to drive and access the base, I met with a local resident. He was a man who expressed to me his concerns and his fears. He lives directly close to the base, and it was alarming to me to know that at night he has to sleep knowing that there's 1,245 men unvetted who could potentially have weapons and be very malicious or aggressive when he has an ill wife to care for. If you were to come to the base and see this for yourselves, you would be terrified. I'm a resident living in Braintree and I feel fear when I walk along the streets, but coming here, I genuinely feel terrified. The people of Wethersfield really do need our help. They need people to speak out and join them against what is happening here. So when you come to the base, this looks like it's a prison. You think that they're kept in, but actually these men can free roam. They can leave at any time. Now, we've spoken with local farmers in previous videos by BB Audits, where the farmers have stated that they have accessed their private land. The farmers have found human faeces, they have found used condoms on their land, and they are genuinely frightened for the safety of themselves and their families. At any time, These people could overpower the security staff members in this base. We have had reports from whistleblowers that there are only 20 members of staff working at the base and that 63 of them walked out. How on earth could they protect anybody, let alone themselves, from 1,245 men with just 20 people? We know that the security staff have walked out because they have fears around not having PPE and anything to protect themselves. We have reports from whistleblowers where they are stating that female cleaners have experienced men exposing themselves to them and they are genuinely scared for their safety. Whistleblowers have also reported late night parties at the base that involves alcohol. There's also been claims of them roaming the streets late at night. Local residents have real concerns, and people in the surrounding villages, Braintree, Colchester, Chelmsford, things are getting worse, and it's only a matter of time before things escalate. People really do need to stand up, speak out and not be afraid, to join the protests and to come and speak with the Wethersfield residents to learn about their fears and concerns. If you are someone that wants to reach out and share an experience but you want to do this anonymously, you can just message BB Audits and your story can be told. We've done this before with other whistleblowers and local residents, and it's important that your voice is heard. So please don't hesitate, reach out. Hello, I'm here in Braintree today speaking to two local business owners about their experiences with the migrants. In the next video you will hear me speaking, but my voice has been altered along with the two people speaking out today.
No, I don't feel protected at work. And do you think that something needs to be done with them actually coming into your store? Possibly, yes. There's just so many, so frequent. You know, at one stage, they were dropping the illegals outside here, and we were getting crowds of them in. And what about your other customers? How are they feeling? And some customers want to talk about it. Some don't want to. Some will be quite angry about it. Obviously, others are supportive of it. Yeah. But when you have to work with it, it's really, really difficult. Really difficult. And do you think that your other colleagues feel the same as you? Yes, they do. And do you think that they are able to protect themselves in the workplace or feel safe in where they're working? I feel they look to me to keep them safe, which is obviously a responsibility. Yeah, that must be weighing heavy on you too. I think yes, it is. Yes, because it's a lot of responsibility. It is. Yes. But something needs to be done. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're very brave for speaking out. Thank you. And you should be proud of yourself for doing that. Thank you. So I'm now going to speak with the second business owner in Braintree. How have you been finding things? Well, I have found it really quite uncomfortable and quite scary at times. I have witnessed groups of them, the illegals, rushing it down to certain place, to get their freebies. 10, 15 at a time. One morning there was at least 150. Wow. Yeah, seriously, a small outfit gang. It's more, yeah, but in groups of 10s, 15s and 20s. But yeah, just marching quite fast. And then slowly walking back with their little bags, whatever they've got. And how did that make you feel? To see there's such a large number, it's just scary because it's just not normal behavior that you'd see in the UK, is it? Not until recently. Yeah, it's just, there's just no words anymore. And for you, in your workplace, how have you been finding things in your workplace? And it's just uncomfortable because, when we see a few of them come in the shop, everyone has to stop work. We will have to go to this, to the main shop and just be on guard. And do you feel that your life or the life of your colleagues could be at risk when they're in the store anytime? Because look at what's happened yesterday in the news with the Upper Street stabbing. Yep, that's their stuff. Local bin. Yep. Out walking the store. Exactly. So anytime, you just do not know. And do you feel powerless in this situation? We do. We do really. Yeah. When it happens in here, all those staff do support each other, and we're sort of, as a group, we do sort of, get together, but there's nothing we can do, is there really? And what about when you're leaving and coming to work? Do you feel nervous to walk to work or leave when you were leaving the premises? Now it's got darker. I do now, I did notice that on Monday, on the first dark evening, walking to my car, I thought, yeah. And that's natural. Do you think that there's any safety measures that your business could put into place or should be putting into place? We haven't, not really. No, I don't know what the answer is. Yeah. We are very brave for speaking out, and, thank you for talking to us, because it's important that people feel empowered enough to speak.
Hi, I'm here with Darren, a local stallholder here in Braintree, and we're going to talk about what's been going on at the base and how it's affecting Darren. So Darren, how's it been affecting your business here?
It affects it a lot here because a lot of people don't feel safe coming into the town, even though the police are stepping up regular patrols. There's hundreds of them walking about, and sometimes they're here till 7:30 at night, walking around. So we've seen minibuses going at 7:30 at night. Not just that, they're getting free prescriptions. Why are they getting free prescriptions? Free dental health care. They go to the blood bank, they close it, they're not open, especially for them. I find it outrageous. They've invaded our country. I have nothing against anybody that comes to this country. If you come in the right ways, if I lose my passport, I would not be allowed back in the country. Yeah. So, I've got nothing against them, but if you're going to come in on a dinghy, you've invaded us, you should be imprisoned, then deported. There's no feel sorry for it. They're young, fighting age men. They're walking around the town. They're always in groups of 4, 6 to 8.
Which is quite intimidating.
For me personally, it's not.
Yeah.
But for the women it is. There's women walking around. I've watched them many times. They're ogling the young kids. They look at the women. The women, I have them on the store, I have a ladies close to them. They feel intimidated to come into the town because, they don't feel safe. And not just that, that's affected my business. My business is down 40-50%. But, you can see what it's like now. It's empty in town.
And it's only going to get worse,
And it's only going to get worse. But, how can you let 20,000 a week coming into the country? It's sustainable. It's not sustainable. Labour need to do something about it. They haven't got no balls. They've got no guts, and I just find it outrageous that this is still happening.
And I know you mentioned earlier that you've also seen them go into the gambling.
I've seen them draw money out, and they go into the bookies behind it, and they're gambling the money what they're getting out of the machine, and they're in the bookies round the corner gambling. This was on Saturday, all in there gambling, and they're drinking alcohol. So why are they given money? They should be given a card. You can only buy food with it. They should not be given no cash. And they shouldn't be allowed off the base. They should be allowed off the base.
And it must be frustrating for you. You're paying tax. You're having to support your family, and your taxes are being paid on it.
My partner works really hard. I just find it outrageous what's going on in this country. I really do, because the whole country seems to be falling apart, and they're making it as if the average person in this country is a racist. Which I'm not a racist, because my best friends are they're coloured. Yeah. So my best friend, and they've all come from St Lucia, St Kitts, Jamaica. Yeah. They come here and work hard. But you've got a group of them over there now. They're standing there now. Look, they're waiting for their free prescriptions. So they come out with bags of prescriptions, and then they walk off. And it's intimidating for people when you've got groups of these young men walking around.
Absolutely.
And I don't know where it's going to go, but obviously I don't think it's going to end well, because you've just got too much of it now, and it's a sad time, really. It really is.
It is. Thanks for speaking with us today.
Welcome.
We really do appreciate it.
And Braintree is a lovely town.
Yeah.
The council's really good, but they have no say. The council do as much as they can. The police do as much as they can, but they're stretched.
Yeah.
So how can and if you walk down to Tesco's or around the back where the bus station is, they hang around in big groups.
Yeah.
So this should be happening. If they're going to let them in, they need to keep a control of them, and they've got no idea who they are. So really and truthfully, they shouldn't be walking about, especially in a lovely little town like this, because it's absolutely trashed the town.
Yeah, it is. It's just going to get worse for us.
It's going to get worse.
Especially with the fact that we've got 1,200 in there now. The capacity to go to 2,000.
It's not that, and they reckon, because a little while back they smashed all the minibuses up. That was they smashed all 3 minibuses, were smashed and all completely damaged. So there's a write-off. So there's nothing in the papers about that. And there's just too many of them walking about, and how is it sustainable to have them walking around the town when all the shops are having it hard anyway, and people don't want to come to town? A lot of the shops say the same thing. They're all worried because you're not getting the frightened
as well.
The women are frightened, and I've got young daughters, so I would not want my children walking around the town with them walking around.
And
they've got no respect for white English girls or black girls, because they've got no respect for them. To them, they're a piece of meat. And that is what I find outrageous.
What do you think about the rumours that from the BBC News that they've got weapons at the base, that a whistleblower has stated they've got weapons?
I've said to the police many times, all these walking out, they'll stop a young kid and they'll search him. And I've said to the police, how many times have they searched him? They said, we've not got no call searching. They should be searching, because where they come from, they always carry weapons.
I totally agree.
They all carry weapons, so they should be checked on a regular basis. It's not racist to stop them, they've invaded our country. So if they're checked and they're here and they want to stay, you abide by our rules. If they can't abide by our rules, they should be in prison and they should be deported as soon as possible. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Michelle, a local resident, and I'm here with Chevelle from Yummies, which is a local cafe restaurant, and we're speaking about the illegal Wethersfield Airbase and how that's been affecting his business. Hello. How have things been for you here?
It's been really hectic. It's been like, you feel like the town's going downhill. Ever since they brought so many people here. I don't know right or wrong, but it didn't help the town at all.
No.
There is definitely more aggression in town, and it seems like some elderly people are a bit worried of coming to town on their own, which obviously affect our business somehow.
Of course.
It's not only about the business, it's about safety for everybody who's involved in this town. So.
And have you had any customers that have come in and expressed any of their concerns to you?
I've witnessed one just outside the shop. There were like about 8 or 9 of them outside the vape shop. They were lurking. There was a couple of old ladies sitting under the tree just outside the shop there with the bags open, and I could see something about to happen. So I said to my wife and a couple of customers, keep an eye, I'm just going to go have a word with them.
Yeah.
And I did have a word with them. They were definitely lurking. The ladies were, totally oblivious of what's going on. And then, off they went. Lots of elderly people come now and ask me if they left their purse in here, or I think they've been nicked.
So there's
definitely they haven't left it here.
Likely some thefts that could be happening.
There is lots of it.
Yeah.
There is lots of it. As police would know more than me, but there is.
Yeah.
My shop has been broken into
really?
maybe 2 or 3 times. They never caught anyone, but you never know.
You think it could
Could
possibly
be anyone.
have links?
Could be anyone.
Yeah.
Could be anyone. Yeah.
Have you faced any aggression yourself from them?
Not really aggression, but the questioning. Like they expect to have halal food, and I don't do halal food. This is Braintree. I sell bacon, so it's impossible for me to have halal food.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous if I say halal food, and so this kind of thing. They question you why you don't have it. You should have it. They call you names. They asked me to clean the grill before if they want something to eat, and I don't do it, of course, because I cannot keep cleaning the grill from whatever I cooked before. Of course, we clean the grill, but not every time.
Yeah.
I need to cook something. I have to clean it with bleach.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a Christian country first and foremost, and
I thought it was, or Christian values or whatever, but it doesn't seem like it anymore. I don't care what kind of values, as long as we all live together and we have our values correctly, and we abide by the law, then we all can enjoy this beautiful country. Otherwise, it's not the same country I came to 30 years ago.
It must be frustrating for you because you've come here the right way, you've built up a business, you have your family here, and now you're seeing these things happen.
Yes, it is frustrating because I left the country torn by war, and I come here and I see the same things happening to this country. And I'm in no position to say anything because I'm not a politician or I don't get involved. But when you talk to customers or members of the public, they seem like they're totally unaware of what's going on. Some of them, they really have no idea. But I can see it happening exactly the same way that happened in my country. So,
because you've had that life experience of it, you've lived it.
I've had the 20 years of life experience. It's not nice, and I wish that would never happen here. But it seems like it is going to happen. I hope I'm wrong, but it looks like it.
Yeah. Seems to be an escalation of behaviour lately as well. We're hearing more and more things, more aggression. There's rumours of weapons at the base that's being reported on BBC News. I mean, how does that make you feel about the weapons?
I see so many. I saw yesterday, a couple of days ago, there was Uxbridge, was it? Uxbridge?
Yes. The dog walker.
Yeah, it seems to be the same people, unfortunately, but it seems to be like that. I'm not saying there's no other crimes, but it seems lately certain crimes are connected to certain people.
Yes.
And you know, I mean, it leaves you anxious when you walk on the street. I go twice a week to London, to uni, and you see a lot of it as well there.
Yeah.
And I can't help but to think I'm not safe. You know?
Of course.
I mean, from a man point of view, probably it's easier, but for elderly people or vulnerable ladies or kids, it is really not a good place.
No.
Honestly.
We do have a lot of ladies in the community that feel very frightened, and also a lot of young girls. It's nice to know though that perhaps with your business there's a place of safety there.
Well, I would like, you know, everybody is welcome to come and hide here if something happens or ask for help, but you know, we're not police, we're not taking the rules of the police.
Of course,
but, you know, everybody knows about a couple of days ago the police raided the shop next door to me for illegal activities, yet alone again the shop is open next day. You know, everybody knows which shop I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so.
I think that one previously was closed down and had a
Many
new name.
times,
Yeah.
many times,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of allegations of illegal activity in that shop.
There's no allegation is happening. There's no allegation at all.
Yeah.
The police know, otherwise they wouldn't have the drug dogs and the police and the immigration. They know what's going on.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the police as well have to follow certain law.
Of course.
They can't just arrest people. They need court orders, and this takes a long time.
Yeah.
Something that to give.
And what would you like to see change? What do you think that they should be doing?
To be honest, I'm a foreign myself. I came to this country as well. I would like whoever need help. I, as a British person, I would like to help anybody which legally need help.
Yeah.
I would like a certain law against people coming in the boats.
Yeah.
People we didn't vet. Because this is where it's dangerous. You're bringing someone from a civil war where they come from, and you bring them to a country that have completely different values.
Yeah.
They need rehabilitation before.
Yes.
I'm not a psychologist, but I know what I'm talking about. They need to come, and if they're gonna bring them, they cannot leave them in society straight away.
No.
They need to see what these people think, or how they behave.
There's a lot of mental health issues attributed to what they've been through in their countries.
The mental issue and education.
Yeah, that's very true.
You grow your kids, or we grow our kids from day one, like they have to share, and they have to live with others, and they have to respect others.
Yeah.
And they've been brought differently in a religious way or cultural way. They don't accept a woman who is unveiled. They don't accept a woman wearing certain wear. And this is what this country is all about. It's freedom of speech, freedom of whatever you want to be. They cannot accept that. They can't. They're not brought up like that. It's very difficult for them. But my issue is not them. My issue is my family and my kids. So
that's your first priority.
yeah, somebody needs to deal with them, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we'd like to see happening. But you know, we don't make the law. So
No.
we respect the law, but we don't make it.
I think that going forward for us, maybe the protests seem to be the only way that we can gain any sort of attention. But
Can I be frank?
yeah.
I don't think British people know how to protest. I'm really sorry.
No, I understand.
Do you see the other protests?
Yes, yeah.
I'm not saying nothing toward violence, but
No, I know,
consistency.
yeah.
And they need to be united in what they say,
Yeah.
and they need to put the thoughts together, and they need to be some sort of leadership. We don't have it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm totally against violence.
Of course,
Absolutely,
yeah.
I'm not.
No, you're not inciting any violence.
But you see, every single day they demonstrate, and it actually changed the public view, and they change wrongly.
Yes.
It does work.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
No.
I say we because I support all this person.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe they should watch some videos and learn how to protest. Really sorry.
No, I know what you're saying, definitely. Yeah. Thank you. We really appreciate you speaking with us today.
No, pleasure.
So thank you.
Pleasure. I hope it works for you guys and for us.
No, thank you.